the time I'll start that off.
Alright, well, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first things first, we can at least skip the intro cutscene, so you know that helps, that's handy. This is a top-down racing game with shoot-'em-up boss fights. If that makes any sense, you'll see what I mean as we go along. This is the first introduction world. There's nothing too amazing going on right here. There will be the first skip of the run, about 40 seconds in though. Yeah, this game has a ton of skips in it. Actually, there's only like one level where there's not something unintended going on, so it's a very complicated little game. And this is our first skip, by the way. I saw mentioned in chat about donation. First chance to really read donations with how much is going on will be about 7 minutes in, so believe me, we will get to donations. So that level was just, okay, drive forward, just teach you how to drive. This one introduces the idea of boosting. So, boosting is very similar to the F-Zero games in that you drive faster when boosting, and not only that, oh crud, dropping frames? Great, that's all I need. Sometimes OBS does not like this game, so that's all we need.
Congratulations.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I think it might be your end.
You think it's your end or my end?
Your end, I think.
Okay, I'm going to just decrease the quality a little bit here real quick. Hold on to a second.
Going
well,
close time.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, it's enough for... I'm just decreasing bitrate and video for a second. Apply. I'm going to start. Okay. So, hopefully this will look better. Okay.
Okay, we could start the time again.
Yep. Good. Okay. I'm already seeing some comments of better in chat, so that's good. Sorry about that. So I guess how to explain this game is that there are 6 worlds that I need to visit to unlock the final boss fights. I have to visit every planet to unlock the final 2 boss fights. And every planet unlocks a different power-up. So this is the first race. Every race features every race is 5 laps. We're almost done with this race. There's a long animation that happens if I run into another racer, so I'm driving in a very specific pattern to try to avoid hitting any other racers. So every time you visit a planet, you unlock a new power-up for your ship. So I have the plasma gun and the smash boost unlocked now, and I'm going to visit the orbital ruins to unlock the mines. And what the mines do is they cost a little bit of health to drop. But not only that, they give me health back every time I run in, every time they blow up. So this first level here that I'm doing, I need to get my health back up to 100% using the mines. So I'm driving backwards because that causes more enemies to spawn. So instead of actually driving forward and slowly catching up to guys, I just drive towards them and lay mines where I know they'll drive through, and I get my health back up to 100% using the mines much faster than intended. Now, we will also be seeing our first boss fight at about 6 minutes in. I did mention that I have unlocked the plasma gun, which I'm not going to use until that first boss fight. Also, these rocks are on a global timer, so I was able to sneak around them. And so the plasma gun, every weapon in this game costs health to use. So not only are the boss fights trying to shoot me and kill me dead that way, I have to shoot them dead and use my own health every single shot I take. So this game is very interesting in that aspect, I think, and it's always nerve-wracking. I am doing a technique now that, which is the reason why we visit this planet. You can visit the planets in any order in this game, and what order you visit them in determines what order you unlock weapons. And so I am visiting the planet, so I unlock the mines first, hence the category mines first. And mines really speed up these 5-lap races. You see, it costs a lot of health to boost, but as I mentioned earlier, mines get health back quickly. Because anytime something runs over one of my mines, and it explodes, I get health back for it. So basically what I am doing is driving in specific patterns and dropping mines at specific points that I know the other racers are going to hit, even though I don't see any other racers at any point. And they run over my mines and give me health back. So yeah, basically it is a bit like Mega Man. I'm not going to be dropping any mines now because this is the final lap. However, there is a downside to dropping mines. If a mine doesn't blow up and I run over it, it does massive amounts of damage to me. So, in fact, so much would probably kill me. Video quality had to be dropped because stuff was randomly happening. Yeah, so we changed that, dingat. Sorry about that. So this is the first boss fight. This is the Sirens tanks. And they will try to shoot me dead, and I'm going to drive inside them, if that makes any sense. So mines blow up instantly if you're inside the boss, and yeah, that was the first boss fight. So that went a bit quicker than intended. And yeah, everything does a lot of damage in this game. And what happened is, so dropping a mine inside the boss, because basically hitting the boss should have done so much damage to me it would have killed me. But as I mentioned earlier, mines give me health every time they blow up. So what I was doing was driving inside the boss's hitbox, which meant the mines would blow up the frame, I'd lay them down, and I would get health back instantly. So even though I should have died, I didn't, and I beat the boss quite a bit faster than intended. So now this level is I've unlocked the harpoon, which the harpoon can grab objects from a far distance, and I have to use the harpoon to grab 8 bugs. These 8 bugs are completely random where they will spawn, so that is annoying, but it is what it is. So this is the biggest RNG in the run. However, I want to grab the bugs as close to them as possible because that actually makes the animation faster. So that was the collecting 8 bugs, and now this is our second race. Another 5-lap race. I'm going to be using the mine technique here again. Now, in this track, I can get health back by driving through the health refill zones, except you slow down in the health refill zones and it's off track. So I want to get all the health back I need to boost often entirely by using the mines. So I'm going to be mining everything like I did the last race. So, yeah. And on that note, if we have any donations, now would probably be a good time, because it's just using that same mine technique as before.
Absolutely, we've got Social Speedrunner who donated $6.72. And he says, donating to wish Cosmic the best of luck for his run, which is a really cool run by the way, and you'd better be watching, and to help reach that stretch goal. Also want to thank the pre-ESA organisers for allowing me to run a game in this marathon. All the best, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Social Speedrunner, for that donation.
Yes, thank you, Social. He's an awesome fellow. You should all follow Social. He did a really awesome run of Rodea, the Sky Soldier, right at the beginning of the marathon, so he's a really good guy. Do we have anything else?
No, that was the only donation we've had through since the last time, so that's everything for now.
Alright. That means everybody that's watching, you guys need to donate, you know. Help improve ESA. It will be a better watch even if you're not there, so it'll be worth it. So this is the final lap of this race, and then we'll come up the most difficult boss fight in the run, actually. So this boss does so much damage to me if I get hit by anything. Remember that shooting the boss with the plasma gun and everything takes my health away. So if I get hit by a single one of his attacks, it'll do so much damage to me I will not have enough health left over to kill him. He also has a shield that is 8 parts around him. And I was able to grab one of those pieces off screen, so that's good. Okay, so I got bad bounce. So I need to grab 7 of them off to be able to hurt him. Okay, that came really close, but I took off his shield. So now I'm going to do what I like to call the Dance of Death. So I am going to turn away from him, turn back at him, and hit him with both the harpoon and the plasma gun at the same time, which doubles my damage per second, which is why I've visited to get the harpoon second, and that's that boss fight done. I got the harpoon second power-up-wise to be able to defeat bosses quicker, since I can shoot the harpoon and the plasma gun at the same time to increase damage. So now we're in the Minotaur mazes, which unlocks the teleport system, which is a really cool power-up that lets us teleport through walls, as its name would suggest. And this level is supposed to take about 2 minutes. It should hopefully take about 10 seconds due to some unintended teleports. There we go, that's that level. That was supposed to take about 2 minutes. And now we're to another 5-lap race. However, this race I will not be using mines to get health back. I am just going to be completely obliterating the invisible checkpoints in this to by teleporting from checkpoint to checkpoint so that the game thinks that I'm completing full laps, but I'm not actually. Now you might think, well, the teleport system's really overpowered then. Couldn't you get that earlier? And it turns out that this is the only race that we're able to teleport from invisible checkpoint to invisible checkpoint, so really getting this power up doesn't really save any time except in the single world that we're in, so that's why we get it a little bit later. So yeah, I am just teleporting now from place to place on the track and completing laps much faster. I have no idea what you're talking about, Pigeon Larva. Thank you for deleting that. It is an absolutely gorgeous game. It's on Steam. I highly suggest getting it. I got it as soon as released. I also have the pre-release version of the game that if I ever do this at a live marathon, I'll take that version because that's just a physical copy of the game. So, since I'm a little bit low on health, I'm just going to be safe and get a little extra health in that health refill zone there, instead of having to use mines to get health back. And now we're to the final lap. Hopefully everything goes as planned, and then will be our next boss fight. So the next boss fight has a lot of obstacles on the track that you have to fight them on that kill you instantly if you touch them, so you have to teleport away from them. So basically, using the plasma gun and the harpoon at the same time to shoot him, I hope to do so much damage to him so quickly that I can kill him with only having to teleport once. So we'll see if I get that. It's very difficult to do, but it saves a good 5 to 10 seconds if I can get that. So mind you, I cannot get hit by him, and every single shot I take does damage to myself, and if I miss aim, so. There's our first teleport. He's low health. I should be able to get him in a single teleport. There we go. That's that boss fight done. Single teleport. That's really good. That's quite faster than intended. It also skips a cycle that he does that he hides out in a spot that we can't shoot him. So that was a very fast boss fight. So now we go to the Archeon Vapors world. Archeon Vapors is a world that's all about your driving skill. There are no abilities you unlock here, and no power-ups that you get in this world. So what I have to do is instead just drive well. This track features no edges, and if I drive off the edge, I die. However, it takes about 3 frames for that death animation to start, so I can drive off the edge and drive back on and not die. So I actually just did that right there. And because I did that, I was able to skip over 3/4 of the track. So yeah, that was... yeah, Chiron. I'm just bad with my Greek. So I'm going to use that same principle here again, where I drive off the track and drive back onto the track quick enough that the death doesn't start right here, and skip over 3/4 of that race also. So yeah, kind of broken, but good. There is a skip like that in the next level also, except it only works about 1 out of 20 times, just because you're messing with such a low frame limit, so I'm not going to go for it. But that's almost this world complete, just due to how fast we made it with going on and off the track. So yeah, a bunch of unintended stuff going on here. There's very few intended stuff ever during this run. Also, by the way, the point of this race is to catch up to the front, and for some reason the guy in the front will drive slower if you're on the edge of the track, so I'm trying to stay close to the edge as possible and catch up to this guy about a good 15 seconds faster than normal. So that's that level. Had I went for the skip, it would have been about 20 seconds faster. But it's not marathon safe. So you might have noticed that I'm getting experience points. I'm finally going to use those experience points. Experience points can be used by better things for my ship. For example, traveling faster, turning faster, etc. The only upgrade I buy during this run, because I don't have time to grind for experience, is an increase to my health bar. And the reason that I got the increase to my health bar is this skip that I'm going to do right here. You see, I have unlocked the final power-up of the game now, which is the Black Crystal. The Black Crystal turns enemy shots into experience points, but it drains our power a lot to use it. So the point of this race is to either complete it or get 100 experience points. But because I got extra health, I now have enough health to just sit in front of one enemy and turn 100 of his shots into experience points, which saves a ton of time. So that's why I use the experience points there and not, say, on something like increased agility, because doing that saves so much time, and I need to have the extra bar of health to be able to complete that trick. So, and that trick, and to get the extra bar of health, also costs 600 experience points. So after that, I just don't have enough experience points left over to get anything else. So, but this is the final world before the final 2 bosses. We haven't had any deaths, which is amazing. So, yeah. I'm sorry about the having to lower the graphics because of the frame drops there, but hopefully everything goes well. I am just using the mine techniques again on this level. However, I do have to be a little bit more careful with my health than in other races, because there's a lot of enemies that try to shoot me dead in this race instead of just having to drive all the way through it. And on top of that, there is a set of waterfalls that is very slow to drive through, so I need to have enough health to always boost all the way through them, because if I don't have that, I just have to drive very slowly. And we don't want that. We want to go fast. So, there we go. So, are there any more donations, by the way? Since I'm just doing the mine technique again?
There are not any donations.
You guys need to get
the opportunity. to say that any donations we do get are going to improving ESA 2016 by basically improving the visual quality of the stream for any games that are run. So please do donate, and it will go to helping out the stream when we get to July.
Yeah. If you don't want the stream quality to look like my game is now, donate. Yeah. So this is lap 4 out of 5. The next boss fight, the boss can spawn in several locations, and I will be using the harpoon and plasma gun shooting together at the same time to get the boss down quickly. But the boss can unfortunately be a pain because one location that it spawns is slow, and one location that it spawns is fast because it can basically spawn directly in front of you and I can just hit it with a bunch of stuff because it's right in front of me, or it can spawn to the side and I have to drive all over the place to chase it down. So let's hope that it spawns directly in front of me and is kind and cooperates, but now that I say that, and this being a marathon, it's going to spawn far away from me and I'm going to have to chase it down, so, But we're almost to that boss fight. There's probably about another 15 seconds of this race. And after that, the only thing left is boss fights. So that's that race done, and all that's left in this game is 3 boss fights, and you guys have seen how fast the bosses go, because basically I can usually kill them before they do their slow attacks. Come on, boss. Spawn a good... Oh, it spawned at the bad location. I called it. So yeah, I have to chase this boss down now, but even in the slow location, it still went very fast. So now, all that's left are the final 2 boss fights. By the way, this game is a futuristic retelling of Homer's Odyssey, if that makes any sense. So, I'm going to be I'm first going to be trying to kill Poseidon, god of the sea, and then I'm going to be fighting Odysseus himself. I am playing as Penelope, Odysseus' wife, in the original Homer's Odyssey, so, there's that. So, this is Poseidon. He is the longest boss fight in the game. There's not very much we can do to speed it up, but I'm going to be hitting him with the harpoon and the plasma gun at the same time. However, this boss fight is interesting in that, as I've mentioned earlier, shooting costs health. And so, basically, this guy has so much health that I actually cannot kill him with the amount of health I have. So basically, if I were to make sure that every single shot that I took hit him on target, and I never got hit by a single one of his attacks, I would still die, because he has that much health. So I needed to hit him with those mines there to increase my health. The mines don't actually hurt him, but they give me a little bit of health back, so that way I can get enough health back so that I can actually kill the guy. So yeah, it's not an easy game, and that was Poseidon. He died. And now, this is Odysseus, the final boss fight of the game. Time's coming up in about 20 seconds, if everything goes right. So yeah, he tries to shoot me. He's got the same thing going on, where he has so much health that I can't kill him with the amount of health that I have, but I can kind of manipulate where he drives with this attack that he was trying, which allows me to hit him with a ton of mines, do a bunch of damage to him, and kill him get enough health that I can kill him. So now all I need to do is just dodge his attacks and keep hitting him with the harpoon and plasma gun, and that's time! Whew! That was nice.
A tiny bit late on the timers out. It was a 23:11.
Nice. I was hoping for a sub 23, but that's really good. Death is very easy in this run, obviously, with just how much health there is going, how much health works, and yeah, thank you for having me. I was really excited to get show this game off. It's a really cool speed run. I really enjoy it. It's not world record.
Thank you very much for submitting it and now running it.
Yeah.
It's a game that I don't think many people have really seen run before, so good opportunity to show it off.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, I guess I'll cut my